Hey there and welcome. You are going to see a little piece of KG All Access. We send hours of this type of content to our members, over 3,000 photographers every single month. And we have picked out, we've hand selected 3 different sections from the wedding day just to show you really quickly an example of what you can learn during KG All Access episodes. But I also hope that not only do you get a sneak peek of KG All Access, you also get to take away new knowledge and new tips to your next shoot or your next wedding to help you improve. So the first thing that you're going to hear me talk about, and you're going to see me in action, is when I get all the bridesmaids together for the first part of the day. It's the first time I've ever taken a picture of all of them together, and so this is my opportunity to make a really big impact on them. And I don't know if you've ever dealt with bridesmaids who are a little bit finicky, or maybe it seems like maybe they're not really on board with working with you, or we avoid that at every single wedding day, and we have bridesmaids and bridal parties that love us. And I think it comes down to this moment. The first time you interact with them and have them in front of your camera, that is when you're winning over all of the girls in the room and making them feel like you are just one of them, you're a friend. They can enjoy working with you, they can let their guard down. So I'm going to show you a little trick to doing that. And then the next thing you'll see is my first time after the first look with the bride and groom taking some portraits. Now, you have to understand, this wedding day took place on a day when there was supposed to be a hurricane happening in Virginia where we were shooting. And the hurricane had moved south, but there were still bands of rain on the radar coming through. And so the whole day was kind of up in the air of like, are we going to have more portrait time or is it going to be rainy? And so in my mind, I heard the bride say multiple times that she picked her veil so that she could have KJ veil shots. And so it was my job to make sure that she had those shots. And so I ended up doing a ton of different veil shots in a short amount of time right after their first look. And so I wanted to show you what that looks like so that if you are ever crunched for time and you have a bride that has really high expectations for having lots of beautiful veil shots, you can accomplish that as well. Perfect. So you're smiling right here at me. I feel like we should all be dancing or something. I feel like we're being serenaded. So you keep smiling right here now. I love the smiles, but let's do a little bit of a fake laugh. You know what I mean? A fake laugh. Like, ah, she's great at that. Yeah? You're really good at it. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Now let's do one more, but y'all in the back kind of really hug over them like, oh, we love each other. 1, 2, and 3. Laughing at me. Wow, it was really good. Y'all can go get your dresses on, and then you can finish getting ready. So I don't know if you picked up on this, but a lot of times when it's the first time that I'm working with the bridesmaids and I want them to fake laugh, sometimes fake laughs can be very forced and seem awkward if people don't really get into it and genuinely laugh. So a lot of times I will just say like, okay, let's give it a try. Like you're just laughing, fake laughing. Oh, like that girl, you're really good at it. And I'll just point out a random bridesmaid that's like exceptionally good at the fake laugh, and normally that makes everybody like laugh, and it makes people feel more at ease and lighthearted. It gives them something to really laugh at. So that's just a little tip. I mean, it's nothing huge, but it's something that works. And then I find myself continually doing because it always makes the whole group laugh and feel more comfortable with me. So maybe you can try it next time. So what I think, Michael, you need to do is stand here, even though it's coming towards me. Yeah. Yep. So what you can do is to angle in towards him a little bit more, belly button to belly button. Foreheads rest against each other. Oh, you guys are good. Michael's going to toss this on the count of 3. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. That is a good veil. Okay, so we need to wait for the bridesmaids to move a little bit. That's fine, she's out of it. So Michael, do that one more time. And what's gonna happen this time is, Jess, you're gonna be looking at me. Do you remember how to nuzzle? Yes, he does. Jess, take your right arm, put it around his back. So you're gonna be nice and close. So you're looking at me. Oh, of course he does, thank you. So Jess, tilt that chin towards him. There you go, just like that. Smiling at me. Michael, you're gonna toss it up, 1, 2, and 3. Yes, forehead to forehead. You're just looking right at each other. Rest in here for 2 seconds. Beautiful. You can share, actually, Brandon, do a forehead kiss for me. Perfect. We're going to use this veil and get all our veil shots right up front so that we know that we have them. So Michael's going to hold it like that. Do one more forehead kiss, and Jess, you can close your eyes when he does. So this is kind of a an example of the typical way that I approach veil usage during portraits, doing the bigger shot, like where the veil is flying, and then doing the shot where we pull the veil towards the camera. That's kind of my thought process. And it's important that the veil, when you're doing shots like what you see now on the screen, that it comes at the camera and not just straight across their bodies, because straight across their bodies, you wouldn't have any of that depth of field change where it like goes from being like a really blurry white cloud almost, and then it goes to being in focus right around their faces. So I love getting those shots done now, because now I have like some of the staple things they expect, and then I can be more creative later on. So something you need to know about this venue is that I started the whole wedding day off explaining to all of our KG All Access members that I knew this venue, and I knew that it was going to be a little bit of a struggle. It's beautiful, and it has a beautiful layout. The family that owns it is incredible, but I knew that there were some distractions, like there's little elements, like there's a big giant chessboard in one of the lawn areas. There are a lot of hanging frames and hanging lanterns almost in every single tree. And so the challenge for a photographer is to be able to shoot around these elements that are all around the venue. Lots of bird baths, lots of, it kind of feels like you're in a maze. So really historic brick walls everywhere. And which is not a bad thing, but as a photographer, a lot of times when I'm trying to back up and get a certain shot, I'd find myself thinking, well, that wall's in the way, or that bird bath is in the way. And so you're going to see me just take one example from the entire wedding day of how I overcame those obstacles. And obviously standing up on a bench to shoot doesn't seem like a big deal. But when you're shooting and you're trying to capture a certain style and a certain look for your couple, and you can't seem to find a location that's wide open enough to make that happen, this is a great option. And so I hope you will watch this and you'll be inspired, and you'll have a new idea for how you can go and shoot and overcome obstacles the next time that you're photographing a wedding or even another portrait session. Okay, so.
That's going to tip forward.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, see how?
Oh.
It's just off.
Okay.
And that looks like it's broken right there, so maybe stay on this side.
Okay, well then it needs to be centered. Sorry, so I can be centered with them. Okay,
I would
you
just
ready?
Stand on it forward.
Okay. Woo! Okay, guys, so what we're going to do you think you have to stand there, or can you fluff a veil?
I can fluff.
Okay, I'm on an uneven chair, but it's worth it. Hand in the pocket for Brandon. Totally fine. You guys are going to let's do the forehead kiss you just did. Just hanging out by yourselves, super sweet. Michael's going to toss this in 2 seconds. Michael, you ready? Count 3. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Let's do one more. I'm going to shoot vertically. Same exact thing, but you guys can be resting your foreheads against each other. You can still be smiling. Okay, Michael, you ready? 1, 2, and 3. Now you can share a light kiss. Beautiful. Both of you smiling right here at me. Gorgeous. And you can relax. Perfect. Good job. Whew. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this. You got to see a behind the scenes sneak peek of what our KG All Access members are getting to see every single month. Only instead of seeing a few clips here and there, they are seeing the entire wedding day from beginning to the end. And so I love that we got to give you a little sneak peek. I hope this helps you and that you feel inspired and you have a few more tips and tricks that you can use the next time that you're shooting. And we hope you'll tune in next time.